The barbate-drawing creature drawn of his household, in a white police force wagon, was a far cry of the man who had introduced the house 7 years previous. Julian Assange, who company-founded website Wikileaks, had desired nature reserve in Ecuador's legation of issuance to Sweden or, he afraid, to the US. But who precisely is Assange and which has he been charged of? Julian Assange was unborn in Townsville, Australia, in 1971. His parents ran a tourism theatre and his infancy was imbued in coup. He became a dad at 18, after proper tangled in guardianship battles. He showed an ability for computers and was penalized several thousand Australia dollars in 1995 following plea those guilty to hack activities. Assange avoiding prison on the state how he would not re-offend. He went on to assist compose a volume on the web, up student physical science and maths at Melbourne College. In 2006, Assange company founded the whistling-blowing website Wikileaks, in a team of love-minded human beings of through the web. The website published thousands of confidential documents, cover all of the movie production to domestic safety and warfare. In the identical year, WikiLeaks published hundreds of thousands of documents leaked by ex-US troop intellect analysis Chelsea Complete. They show how the US war had annihilated hundreds of civilian population in unreported incidents for the war in Afghanistan. Archive of the Iraq War showed how 66,000 civilian population had been annihilated and how prisoners had been exhausted by Iraq forces. Sweden given an world detention order for Assange above concoction of sex attack in 2010. He was arrested in the UK, and after bailed above the concoction. It accompanied claims how time on a trip to Stockholm to offer a class, Assange had abused one female and sexually molested and forced else. Assange says both of encounters were completely concerted and the Swedish efforts versus him are portion of a smudge campaigning. Next a length legislative fight, the WikiLeaks founding member took shelter in Ecuador's legation in 2012 to escape creature undertaken to Sweden to be surveyed. He reasoned how he could as well be issued to the US and put on test for publication the open secret US documents. The Ecuador legation was an evident selection, with the Southward US nation's later president, Rafael Correa, was a powerful lawyer for WikiLeaks. The two some extortion of harassment and illegal compulsion had to be omitted in 2015 since period had run of. But though following Sweden omitted the extortion, Assange stayed in the legation as he yet florid a UK accusation of lack to letting to a trial. Relations among Assange and Ecuador's by the government degraded by CEO Flaxen Moreno, who took office space in 2017. Up withdrawing Assange's refuge, Ecuador charged him of incorrect behavior, intervention in the sphere of some countries and espionage. Main Secretary Theresa May welcomed Assange's detention. Proverb it showed how no one is over the act in the UK. Dark Household Secretariat Diane Abbott told Assange should person the penal judiciary framework if Swedish authorities solve to accusation him. Assange's attorney Jennifer Robinson told they would struggle the US issuance query. She told it's a hazardous precedence wherever any reporter could person US extortion for publication true data on the joint state. Actor Pamela Anderson, a boyfriend of Assange, has told the UK is America's bastard in answer to the detention. Assange many faces legislative activity in 3 countries, the UK, Sweden and the US. Westminster magistrates' trial found him those guilty of a UK accusation of violating collateral on Thursday. He many faces up to 12 months in jail for how belief. Meantime, Swedish authorities include told they are examining opening their inquiry in sex attack concoction versus him. The US has already loaded the 47-year-old in a solitary calculative part in the hack of intellect computers to show contentious intellect operative in the joint state. But he is potential to person more than extortion if he is issued to the US, a judgment how will be undertaken by a magistrate and the UK Household Secretariat.